August will start towards the end of Thanksgiving.
Sorry, I guess online you couldn't hear.
So, if you're
All right, we're gonna get started, everyone. Can you hear me online?
Are we full of?
Hello? Hi, guys. Sorry, you're not gonna see my face, but you'll just hear me, okay? Thanks. All right, good morning, everyone. Just wanna make sure we have enough time, so just gonna get started here. Thank you, Tiffany Turnbull with the Turnbull Agency. She's made a wonderful breakfast for us this morning. What's on the menu today? We have,
Sausage, egg, and cheese casserole.
okay,
Bell pepper vegetarian egg and cheese casserole, and they're made with sourdough instead of full gluten bread.
Yes.
And then there's yogurt, granola, and a fruit salad.
delicious.
I
Thank
like
you
gluten.
so much for providing a wonderful breakfast. We really appreciate it. Okay, so, couple upcoming
I'm in
announcements.
the business that.
We do have a ribbon cutting scheduled. Stacy Clemmer with Clemmer Classic, the pickleball girls, will be doing their ribbon cutting finally, and they'll be doing it here at the luncheon, just after the program, November 16th, here at the Murphy Activity Center. So if you are going to be at the luncheon, please stay just after the program, and we will do their ribbon cutting. They're super excited, and we're excited for them. So please come and support them. We have the luncheon, November 16th, again, here in this room, 11:30 to 1. Mark Witham with the Military Heritage Collection in Nevada, Texas, will be speaking. And I think everybody,
that I wasn't paying attention.
no, you have to be present.
She's talking.
I know, I was.
You know about the luncheon, and Mark's going to be speaking. How many of you were here last week to see the video production by Bobby? Bobby's not even in the room. Yeah, okay, he asked if we wanted to replay it, but I'm out of reports here, so I don't know. If we have an extra minute, maybe we can. But it was great, and we really thank Bobby for, yeah. I need to bring my extender in here, so. I just told him, I just thanked you for your video production for the upcoming luncheon. Yes, maybe if we have a moment, we'll share it like at the end of the.
That almost got knocked off.
And save the date for an upcoming annual awards gala, February 9th. It's coming soon. This year will be Mardi Gras and masquerade style, so there's a fun Louisiana-style menu being planned, very fun decorations, a very excited committee. So you are going to need to buy a ticket, and we will be having early bird rate specials until December 31st. We're going to be running the lowest rate until that time. And if you want to know about sponsorship opportunities, we've got some great packages to offer, and we really would love to confirm you early. The earlier you're confirmed, the more we can promote your business. So also want to thank our newest members, Gear Go Live Promo and Design, and Creole Cowboy Catering, who also will be catering our next luncheon here in November. So brand new member, super excited to share their cuisine with us, a Louisiana style, and he's actually from Louisiana, so we're probably going to do more of a barbecue menu just to please most palates, but probably having a tasting in our future and figure out what all that they can provide. What else? And I want to thank Luke Trahan and Mary Pat for being our sponsors for the November luncheon as well. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to run it just like a card exchange. The only difference is I'm going to be the 10-minute spotlight at the end. I'm going to give a few updates on behalf of the chamber, and I'll present the slate for the board of directors for 2024. Anyone here in the room that wants to add any additions for nominations that weren't on there, you can do so at that time, or you can approve the slate that's been put in front of our board currently and approved to be effective January 1st of 2024. So with that, let's get started, and we have a camera here. We're going to go online first, so you all can start, and then we'll be going in the room. And Linda has told me you can hear people as long as they stand up, speak fairly direct and at the camera. All right, so Mako, would you kick it off this morning, since you're right there?
Sure, good morning. All right, everybody, going to start off with a knock-knock joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Astronaut going to the World Series.
No, they're not.
Good morning, including light format. It's good to see everybody. If you have any kind of printing projects in mind, give us a call. We'd be happy to help. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
All right, Linda.
Good morning, everyone. As you know, I'm Linda with Persona Marketing, and I sell promotional items. Anything you can put a logo on, from clothing to widgets, literally. And did you know that promotional items, some are seasonal, people buy more at different times of the year, depending on events. And I got a list of different months and what they buy, and I thought it was kind of interesting. September 23, these are the 25 most popular promotional products for that month. At the top of the list is drinkware, tumblers, mugs, koozies. I think that's interesting, it's still drink related. Pens, stress toys are the uppermost, and then journals, shirts, lanyards, lip balm, and bags. So a lot of it is pretty much standard, because people know that's what sells, what people use and are sustainable. I'm Linda with Persona Marketing. What's your persona? Thank you.
And Lee Craig.
Lee Craig with the law. This is Lee Craig. I do wills, trust, probate, elder law, adult guardianships, and estate planning. I have practiced for over 30 years in that area, and I teach nationally to other attorneys for their bar credits. And I'm happy to help you with your estate planning. I have a question for you. How does a little fish get a big business? He starts out on a small scale. Dad joke.
Thank
Got a
you.
joke?
And I'd be happy to help you, whatever you have planned in your family, it's your business when the time comes. Lee Craig, thanks.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and go in the room. And Mary Pat, we'll ask you to go first on the camera here. And you can just, we'll make sure they can hear you. I'm going the wrong way. All right, there we go. All right. Yep, go ahead.
Right.
All right.
My voice is kind of weak, so I hope they can hear.
Can you hear? All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, happy Halloween. It's that time of year. I brought some candy over here. Today, it's been a while since I've given you a market update, and I like to zero in on Murphy since this is the Murphy Chamber. And so, I just want to tell you real quick. In Murphy right now, there's 30 listings, and the average price of a home in Murphy right now is, get this, $745,000. The average days on the market is 67 days. So that has gone up in the last several months. With the interest rates, and the buyers are a little bit worried about that. We just don't have quite as many showings, and that's the reason. So we have 30 listings. There's 3 under contract. And the average price of those 3 is $571,000. Closed last month. There were 51, so that's good. It means people are coming here to Murphy to buy a home. 51 closings. The average closed price was the average closed price point was $625. So you compare that with what's on the market at that average. People probably that have listed their homes and they've been on the market maybe 45 days, they're probably going to have their realtor start saying, you know what, the average has kind of gone down and maybe we might need a price reduction. Most homes that have sold have gotten about 96.5% of what they wanted for their home. So that's quite a few closed, and I think that's a positive thing. Quite a few that have closed during this time period. But there's not a lot of inventory, so if someone wants to move to Murphy, they're gonna have to get out there and search, and I think there would be some that are in the price range that people are getting used to, and the overall market also. So that's the market update. If you want an update on your area where you live, like Wiley, I can do anything in Fort Worth and up to Texoma. My MLS reaches that far. A lot of people are moving up towards Texoma to be on the lake. TI's building their big new facility there, so that's a real hot spot right now. And it's also close to the lake. So anyway, I'm here to help you and to give you information. So just let me know if you want to sit down with me, and we can meet at my office right here in Murphy. Also, just real quick, Murphy Veterans Tribute has a big month coming up. And I want to tell you, when I saw your videos, that was so cool, being out there and riding in the tank, and I just got a big kick out of that. So thanks for doing that and promoting us, and we're looking forward to the November's activities.
Sure, just in time. Sorry about being late, but I am. So, what can I say? Don Shepard, Shepard Pest Management, what we supposed to go over there?
Cameras is looking this way.
They can see you right now. I'm hearing you.
You can hear me? Okay. So, anyway, most of you know what we do. There's a person in this room that didn't take my advice and check her house to see if there was any entry points. Not gonna call any names, but it is squirrel. It's beginning to be squirrel mating season. They're looking for a place to build their little homes, right, Julie? Oh, wait.
And I got a picture, he was staring us down.
They're so bold. They're so bold. So, go around your house. If you see anything that looks like a point of entry, it's easier to close that up now before they start getting in, because once they get in, some of the places where they're entering, we can put one weights on them, and when they come out, seal it up. Julie's case can't do that, so it's best to stop them before they get in. Don Shepard, Shepard Pest Management.
All right, so, good morning, everybody. Luke Trahan, LPL Wealth Management, Doc Trahan Wealth Management. Looking forward to the fact that we finally actually have a Speaker of the House, which is good. We had dinner last week with Wellington, who is one of the bigger, more powerful money brokers out there that people don't necessarily have ever even heard of, but they actually are responsible for managing the King of England's money. So it's interesting to get a market update from them, especially when their first comment is, we've got to apologize. We got it all wrong this year. So many of us have. BlackRock did, Franklin did. So a lot of, portfolios that were rebalanced this year because of considerations for market cycle. We missed the mark. So that affected me as well because, frankly, you follow advice and guidance from the people that know. And so sometimes you miss the mark. So I'm going to apologize because I missed the mark on a few of my portfolios because we just missed certain ticks. But that said, it's still a great time to invest in the market. Anytime that the market is depressed and it's down, that's when you want to put money in. It's the best time. That's how people make money. So Luke Trahan, if you got questions about how your portfolio is positioned for the current market cycle and going into the next one, let me know.
Good morning, I'm Donna Jenkins with the Murphy Historical Society. We're preserving history for Murphy for future generations and hoping that we'll continue with that. That's what we're planning on doing at this time. And we're planning for this next year coming up. Our next meeting will be our our last meeting of the year, which is on the 21st of November, and then we'll start again in January. So we hope that you will continue to support us through the chamber as you have in the past. So thank you so much for all of you that I've done business with this year. I appreciate your business and your help, your kind words, and your support. Thank you.
Rick Lawson with Expanse Marketing. Multi-platform marketing. Now let me explain again what that is. Now everybody knows I do social media and I do videos such as whiteboard animations and so on and so forth. But I'm going to talk about my networking events such as Pizza Pasta and People Party, how to create 7 streams of income, and our Power Group networking on Monday. Why do I bring that up? Why do we come here? We come here to meet others, build relationships, and that's how the business happens. I don't wait for Julie to actually send me a referral, but she does a lot of work right here to make it possible to build relationships. That's part of what I do with my Monday group. And so, like Luke and Christy and so on and so forth, they all be able to connect. And for example, right here, I'm going to hand this to Bobby because this is from Jennifer because she's going to have you do work for her creating video. You record stuff or copy stuff. So having said that, it's about building and expanding your reach. Join in with me at my events and meet other people and expand your reach. Rick Rawson with Expanse.
Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Repeat after me. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
You don't sound it. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
I'm awake.
I'm awake.
And I feel great.
Feel great.
Okay, guys, I said it. You know what? Today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, especially since we woke up. A lot of people didn't do that this morning. So I highly encourage you to seize the day, and I do that very passionately by helping individuals and business owners reduce their overhead. Most passionate about offering an alternative to the high cost of insurance today. We provide everything that typical insurance policies offer. We do that at about 30 to 70% less expensively. And oh, by the way, your co-share and your deductibles are capped at per household per annum, $5,000. I'm looking for referrals today to life insurance agents, realtors, and the owner of Montessori School. So if you know anyone like that, I really appreciate the introduction. Lloyd Dawson, Intellectual Park. Thank you so much.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
I am thankful that the Rangers are in the World Series. I just want to say that right up front. And,
Right.
hey, it was a great breakfast today, Tiffany, too. Yeah, very good. I love the casserole. I'm Kalen Brassfield. I'm the lead pastor and church planter of the Elevate Church. And what a time to pray for our world right now. So I want to just encourage you today in my moment of time that we're mindful of what's happening all around our world. And not just around our world, but also in our nation. I'm sure everybody saw the news last night, what happened last night. So we just need to be prayerful because people are hurting around our world today. And but there's an answer, and the Bible tells us that Jesus is the answer. So I just want to encourage you to be sure to pray for our world today. Amen.
Good morning, everybody. Steve Reddy, volunteer at Coventry. It's a place for adults that have special needs. They can come out and get some mental exercise, physical exercise, and they also build pottery. We're getting to the Christmas season. We'll be having a big sale for that. So if you're interested in pottery to support, I'll get you that information on. On that note, last Saturday we had a fall fest for just the people that come to the Coventry and the support group there, and there was over 150 people there. That's how many people this place affects. So if you're interested in more, if you're interested in more information on that or want to support, let me know. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jimmy Weddle with Farmers Insurance. Hope everybody enjoyed the rain last night. You already cleaned out your gutter, so it didn't come inside the house. But I do have a trivial question. Do you know which car is the #1 car being stolen in the United States?
Kia. Ford truck.
It's a Chevrolet Camaro. And the next one is the Chevrolet Corvette.
Why would anyone want those?
I don't know, but that's all I know.
Joyrides.
If you haven't had your policies looked at and the rates are going up, everybody should have their policies looked at just to see, compare. But, you know, it doesn't mean that just having it compared is going to be any higher or any lower. It's just a good thing to do. I'm Jimmy Weddle with Farmers.
Yeah, but but the 30 minutes you drive is worth it.
Right.
But the wind blows through your hair.
Right.
What if you
Hang on,
have it? That's right.
I'm Bob with Special Web.
Sorry.
Like Rick said, it's good to be here. It's a lot of fun. It's nice to have a group of people that you can enjoy being around, and most of us enjoy being around. But anyway, it's a lot of fun, and we do videos and all sorts of things. We've been doing this since '96. We do special events. We've done some events at, at South Park, at most of the hotels in the area. Some of them, run $15,000 to $20,000 for the setup and everything, so it's a little bit more than what most groups can afford, but some again, I've got pictures and videos of that. Anyway, we do copy stuff, as Rick mentioned. We've been doing a lot of that. Steve brought me an album last week with some pictures of his family from the 20s and 30s, I guess, somewhere in that era. And, stuff like that gets kind of old, and you're not careful, it'll get destroyed. So we can copy things, make it available for you to share with your family and friends. Anyway, Bob Tillman, Special Webs, we maintain the web for you, and we copy stuff.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Turnbull with the Turnbull Agency. I do major medical health insurance with the Side of Life. Anyone who knows it's open enrollment starting November 1st. So tonight is going to be my last seminar for free health insurance, or how to shop for health insurance. And I can show people how, what to qualify for free health insurance this year. Every year they change what the standards are for a family of 4 to receive free health insurance. So tonight we'll be talking about that, the plans that they're going to have on the open market for 2024. And I also talk about what your options are outside of that. So it's just a free educational seminar just to learn about health insurance. And then, of course, we've got November 1st through January 15th for regular individual open enrollment. And then if you or anybody you know is close to considering a small group plan, November 15th through December 15th is when we will meet and get together and see if that's a fit for you this year. There's about 3 different options for group plans, traditional or even an ACA option. So if you want to talk about health insurance, give me a call, but please make sure you eat. I don't want to take any of it home, so please eat.
Insurance. 70 years ago, 1954, was the first dental insurance that came out. You know what was the dollar amount max on it? $1,000. 70 years later, it's the same.
$1,000.
That's sad. So at our office, we take all plans, but nothing in the United States is same price as the dental insurance is. That's the only thing left that needs to be expanded. So talk to your HRs, employers, tell this is not enough for my dental needs or my family's dental needs. And if signing up for a poor plan is not better than having a membership plan at our office. So you can join directly at our office. We do 99% of services at Countryside Smiles. So if you have the dental needs that you know that don't fit in your dental plans, you are happy to call us to sign up for our insurance. And there's a special patient coming next week who's exempt from HIPAA. I can share, and Ms. Flores is going to tell you more about that patient.
Good morning, everyone. Just want to invite you on November 8th, Wednesday, at 1 o'clock. We're going to have the Grinch at our office. So if y'all want to get into that Christmas spirit.
Who's in the Grinch?
I'm the Grinch, yeah.
is not me.
We're going to try to brush his teeth. And then we'll have our ribbon cutting at 5:30.
With the Saxon Chamber.
With the Saxon Chamber.
5:30. We're trying to get that pushed earlier, but that's what they have.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't like
putting my back to everything, so I don't think they can say. Hi, I'm Tina. Oh, sorry. Okay. You can stay right there.
Okay, whatever. I'm with Boston Realty Group. I'm a realtor in the North Texas area. Today I am not going to talk about that because Mary Pat did an excellent job. We have the Operation Blue Santa coming up again. They reached out to me. This year they're changing it up a little bit. They're doing wellness kits for, I guess, for mental health. So they're gonna wanna collect like coloring books and fidget things, and they said it's gonna be more for adults. So I'll have a little bit more on that later. I don't have a lot on it now. The other thing is Serenity High School. Our annual breakfast is coming up. Brian Cuban is going to be our guest speaker this year. If any of it, his brother is Mark Cuban. Tickets start at $100, and I would love for all of you to come, and I will have the invitations and all of that pretty soon. Thanks.
Get 10 minutes. And you can take it now.
Yeah, we've all got our timers.
Yeah, everyone set your timer for 10 minutes.
Fine, 10 minutes, that's all you get.
Yeah, and I didn't really time this, by the way, when I did this, so.
You're losing time right now.
I wonder if I need to remove the pin to share my screen.
Yeah, just remove our on the screen. Thank you.
All right, I'll share the screen. And. Okay, everyone can see online, can you see? You can see that online, you can hear me? All right. All right, well, I'm just gonna do a quick presentation, just a few, updates for the chamber. Most of the time, a lot of this stuff you know about if you hear regular updates of the chamber, what's kind of going on, but maybe we'll kind of get into a few more stats that you're not aware of. So just kind of wanted to do that. All right, so for membership, we're currently at 181 members. Typically, in the years I've been here, I think it was last week, I think it's 6 years now? Yeah, 6 years, okay. So in the 6 years I've been here, it's kind of like my age, I kind of forgot. Like exactly, I think I'm still 29, I think that's the age.
That's intentional, though. It's intentional to forget.
Thank you. So we typically do hover right around 200. Sometimes, we'll have, 205-ish, something like that. And then we'll kind of hover between 180, 200-ish. So I see that as a trend that pretty much stays current. And that kind of includes new members gained and members lost. And so kind of with that, I like to every year kind of look at what our retention rate's doing in our trend. And some of you were here last year when we did our update with the chamber, and you're like, okay, did she just just copy that presentation? No, it actually stayed the same. So we really hover around this 80% retention. So we really do have a really good retention rate, and it's almost as if what we lose, we kind of gain, so it kind of just stays static. And another thing that I didn't even put in here that's interesting is about 50% of our members are actually not in Murphy. A lot of people that join think that you have to be in Murphy to join the Murphy Chamber. Really, you just need to be in the market that you want to be for your business. So anyone's welcome to join. I've had people as far as like Mesquite and people out of Dallas and just all over that want to be in the market, so they want to be in Murphy. But 50% of our members are actually outside of Murphy. Now, going kind of the next slide, some of the things with our chamber we do for financial metrics. So we have membership dues, we have events that we do, and we have our annual directory, which I'm in the middle of putting together for next year. So we did go to a tiered dues. Oh, that's so cute, I haven't seen that picture. I thought you liked pictures. Last year I had no pictures. See, I got my game a little bit. And I love pictures, so I could have just had pictures. Anyway, with increased pricing, we did increase a little bit. We went with the tiered dues, and it took the board of directors well over a year to work through that. I wish Jean was here because she was really instrumental in helping with that piece. But we really looked at our market. We looked at neighboring chambers. We looked at chambers even that you don't compare apples to apples with to see what everybody was doing. Because really it had been at least over a decade since we had raised prices. Maybe never since we started. I'm not really sure. But so we finally did raise, and we did a minimal raise. So our regular lower level went from 150 to 200. And so anyway, the tiers allow for more marketing options for people that want to be in that enhanced membership category, and also packaged benefits. So if they want their sponsorships included in their membership and they don't want to write us several checks from an a la carte menu. Some people just want to really just write me one check and this is what I want to do in your chamber for the year. And then some people just say, I want to see how the year goes. And so we wanted to make sure we kept that option for our members, because most of our members are small businesses. They don't necessarily have the deep pockets that some of the big corporations have. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't make it so that they couldn't still be a part of our chamber. So that's what we did. And I really didn't see fall off from that. That was a big threat. Like, are we going to have anyone say, okay, I'm done? We didn't. And that's where I would go back to that retention rate that stayed the same. Our members really didn't balk at all. I think they were surprised that was the first time we changed rates. So anyway.
I should have balked.
All right, so and actually, interesting enough, out of our 181 members we currently have, 127 are on that basic level, and 54 are actually on that enhanced category, meaning they're corporate level or above. So as you can see, a third of them are on the other level, but the rest are still in that basic category. So our events consist every year of Spring Fever, which is our huge vendor event, and we have our annual awards gala. For annual awards gala, really it's in terms of finances, it's really more of a break-even event. This past year we actually did make a little, so it was exciting. It's not our intent and our purpose for that event really to be a fundraiser. It's really a celebration and a time to honor our members for what they do. So it's a very costly event. We've looked throughout the years of making it more like a nicer luncheon or changing it a bit. But the consensus always comes back to people really enjoy having that different feel that we don't really offer any other time of year, where they can get dressed up and go somewhere nice and be celebrated and just have a nice evening. So we try to come up with different themes and ways to engage people, and so far it's been successful. We've actually grown each year, since I've been here anyway, with attendance and adding different things. So it's always fun to do that, but it isn't a break-even event for us. It's not really a moneymaker for the chamber. And for our Spring Fever event, that is probably the opportunity we have if we're going to make any income to do anything for the previous year. That's our event. So typically, again, we trend to make about $5,000 is what we make out of that event net after all expenses are done. This past year, we offered some new things like VIP parking. So if you were a vendor, you might have noticed that. We tried to allow you to have a close space in the parking lot rather than giving that up to the public. And we had a lot of people really say thank you so much. And then we always have a great crew of volunteers. Thank you, Anna. She does a great job with getting all the volunteers from ROTC and even just around Murphy. And that's like, everyone just gives so much accolades to our event to do that, because I don't know that they get that everywhere they go with their events. So we're glad that we're able to do that, and we'll continue to do it as long as we can. So that was a couple things that we did differently. We also grew our talent show. We started a talent show 2 years ago, thinking it was Murphy's Got Talent, and it grew this year. Tiffany Turnbull was also really helpful in that, and Dr. Gill. We had a couple people that were on the panel. Judges
panel.
Judges panel. So it was really fun, and we saw a lot more organizations be part of that. Dance studios, local music groups, things like that. So we hope to continue to grow that out. It seems like it's something that's successful and it brings people. And then you can see also, and Donna talked about this last week, is our cover for our magazine this year with William Murphy. And that picture there, Donna has the original, actually was remastered and painted by Bailey Ragsdale, who works for the city of Murphy. You might know Bailey. Her mother actually did that. So we're going to give her some credit on the front page of that. But that's just an example. And we remastered and redid the directory in 2019 to have a fresh look. So most of you probably don't even remember what it used to look like, but we remastered it. I know Mary Pat and Don remember. But we worked really hard to make it more than just an ad book. And I know I have talked about this before, but I always appreciate Donna partnering with us. We work hard to look at like what's our centerfold going to look like, and what history piece can we bring and make it an interesting book to have and to see. And also with saving that and liking some of the things they see on the book, they're going to have your ad and your information when they need to go to, who do I go for a dentist, who do I go for financial planning, who do I go to get my squirrel removed out of my house. So anyhow, those are some things on financial metrics there. We also offer programs, and so programs versus events are a little bit different, but Luncheon is one of our programs. We do this quarterly, and then we also add in educational seminars throughout the year that might feel a little bit just like a luncheon, but we really allow the speaker to have more time to get into the topic. So instead of a half hour, they can get into their topic for like a full hour, hour and a half, and really dig through that. We're always looking for feedback from our members, so what do you want to hear? Oh my gosh, I talk too much. Okay, anyway. So, luncheon, seminars, Youthpreneur Academy. This past year we had speakers including topics of self-reflection, maximizing your profits, annual state of the city with our mayor, and soon you'll hear from someone who's served in both the British and American militaries and is a curator for a museum that he's put together. Youthpreneur Academy continues to grow. This year we rebranded from Young Entrepreneurs to Youthpreneur to really kind of speak to the fact that they are under 18. A lot of young entrepreneur programs are 18, 20s-ish, 30s even. So this really is focusing on younger people who are interested in learning the key tactics of building a business. And we even had a new logo for the program. You can see it in the image there, sorry. You can see it right there. And we had 15 more participants this year in our camp compared to last year. We also offered an advanced session for the boot camp for people who had also completed it last year. And we continue to look for members to serve on the committee, help with funding, and secure even community grants that we could qualify for. So if you know of any grants we might qualify for that program, please bring it to my attention so the committee can work on maybe looking at some of those. We've already identified a couple potentially, so let me know about that. Ambassador program, we have an ambassador program, 12 ambassadors in 2022, and we had several recipients that received that award at our gala last year. Donna was one of them. Who else in this room?
Oh, she's not here.
Jean. And so something to be aware of, you can get the application on our website if you might qualify, or if you know anyone that does, I encourage you to apply. Applications are due December 31st. And staff. This is your staff. And you may be surprised we're a lean staff. I'm part-time actually, 30 hours, and Anna works a couple hours a week with me to help, and we really rely on her. We actually created her position in 2019. We never had anyone, and I want to help, I want help, I want help. And so her position really was created for seasonal help, for more like the gala and the spring fever. And so we just try to utilize her to kind of help with that. So it's good to know that we're a lean staff. We try to do the best we can, and kind of just goes along with the presentation. And then I also want to present our board of directors for 2024. So this has been presented and voted on preliminary by the board. So the board approves this slate. I'll just go through the names, and then I'll take any nominations from the floor or any changes or objections, I guess. So we have, for 2024, we have the chair of the board for Luke Trahan, vice chair Tiffany Turnbull, who also said she still wants to fulfill her term as events director because she loves it so much.
Give it up.
So, no, it's not a typo. She's on there twice. Secretary Jean Chastain is going to stay in her role. Treasurer Chad Sands, he's the head of the bank over Prosperity Bank in Wiley, one of our members. And Jordan Glazer will be on the board 1 more year as Director of Marketing. Jordan's been with us for a long time. Director of Ambassadors, again, will be Paul Brown. Director of Programs, Nadia Tosh. Director of Membership, Dr. Gill. And members at large, Elise Peak, Janae Butler, Tina Swindle. And then immediate past chair, Barry Young. So does save applause for the end. Does anybody have any, and this is a meeting of the members, so we want to make sure we present this. I have emailed it out to the mass membership. If there's anybody who thinks they would like to be considered or wants to put another name on the slate, what I'll do is take it back to the board for more discussion. So if there's going to be any changes suggested, go ahead, and now is the time. And don't be uncomfortable, because this is why we have this meeting. So if I don't hear any changes, anyone? If I don't hear any changes, then I present to you our board of directors for 2024, which will be effective January 1st. Yay! And that really concludes my my presentation. I was going to launch the website to show you if you wanted any information about how to log into your account or anything like that, but I know we're running short on time. Does anyone have any questions for me? Anything that I didn't cover that you'd like to know about? I can always schedule myself for another spotlight. Go ahead.
One quick question. 181 members, we have about a 10% participation rate here on Thursday. How can we go ahead and get more of the 181 to participate and be active rather than just in name only?
That's a great question. So, and actually, I was trying to speed through this a little bit. I was going to talk a little bit about the role of the ambassador. So ambassadors can do a lot of different things. One of them would be member engagement, where we have them do calls, and hopefully you've been on the receiving end of that and received calls from some of our ambassadors. I know we do them a lot of times prior to a luncheon, but we can do engagement reports and see if a member is engaged with us in the last 30, 60, 90 days, and then we can actually call and say we haven't talked to you in a while, or even go by the programs they attend. And it's only as good as if you check in and all of this too. There's a little bit more to that. Now, we do have a registration for luncheon that's easy to track. I would just say outreach calls from members. I would say reaching out into your own groups, and it can be a non-member too, but I would say the card exchange, I know certain groups of members where I call them, and I'm doing a lot of calls now at the directory. I can't come to your meetings because of my job, the time of my job. So if I'm a restaurant and I'm working, I just can't come out and get there, or my job doesn't allow me to. I actually had a member the other day that said, I am glad you do Zoom because I think I can join by Zoom, but I can't come in person. And I know not everybody's a fan of Zoom.
I'm not.
But I will say it serves a purpose, and I actually hear it from people that want to engage in this, and so it's no longer about, when we launched it with COVID, it's really more about convenience and how they can get there. Remember, I told you 50% of people aren't even in Murphy, so if they're going to go to their job, wherever that is, or even if their job's remote, they can click on a button maybe and join us. But still, to your point, are we seeing them join? We usually have the same people that are coming in. So I would just say it really helps to call a member and say, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Have you ever checked out the networking event? Sometimes that call spurs them to do it. So We rely on our ambassadors, board members, staff to do things like that, but if you're interested in doing that, I would welcome the help to do that and give them a call. Anything else? Because that's a great question. It really depends on what their availability is based on where they can be in a day.
Part of it is also going to be value, showing them the value in the relationships and the value of what they're going to get out of their memberships. And part of my goal as chairman next year is to increase our interactivity with the city itself. So getting more of the city council and the different departments of the city here on a regular basis, so that way we have more interaction between the members. And when the members see that, hey, I'm interacting with the mayor of the city and I'm interacting with the city council, and if I've got a problem that comes up, now I have a name, somebody that I can call to work on for my behalf, not just a random set of people at a random building in downtown Murphy, right? You know, it's that's going to provide some additional value. So our goal is to get them here quarterly, to have them here in the morning, so that we can have better interaction and more face-to-face with them and with each of our members. So that's something that's coming.
Maybe a city service day.
That's a good idea too. So,
Good thing you're on the board.
yeah. So, and by all means, any ideas, I'm just gonna throw that out there, any ideas that people have for next year that they would like to see added into programming or into events or into what we're doing on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, please let me know. I am an open door.
We field literally every idea, good or bad. I know from personal experience.
I like what you send out like Wednesdays before this meeting. I really think that's good and all the ads and everything. And then when you send it out Wednesdays,
Yeah, Wednesdays afternoons.
I might suggest that people are busy and they're, you know, like to read it, and I always read it. But maybe at the very top of it, of that email, you could put, please join our Zoom in the morning or something like that, and put the link to it.
It is in there, right?
But I mean, right,
She's saying like almost in the header.
Okay.
Yeah.
So above the business card exchange graphic,
Right.
instead of below it, like right now I have it here, and then it's click in, like the button to join.
Right.
Like put the
Just
button
make
above it,
simple,
maybe, yeah.
as you look at that,
Yeah.
maybe a simple right there. And just
Yeah.
say, please join our Zoom in the morning. And that might
Okay.
make it more convenient for people instead of reading down. But I'd always look through it, but a lot of people probably just don't.
Oh, right. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I did have that in there too, is we track that too. I think we get like a 30 to 40% open rate on those, but I have a fair amount of people that say it goes to spam too, so, yeah. I think Jimmy had a
Well,
stand up.
it's pretty much on the line of what she was doing.
It's just make it more.
Yeah, or maybe send the email out maybe twice. I mean, maybe on a Friday and then again on Tuesday, something like
Yeah.
that.
You know, I played around with that in the years. I used to do that. And then I just started going on a schedule, so I thought people would look for it. They'd know, because I know a lot of you are members of other chambers. So I imagine you're getting these, and I don't know if they send them on the same day. I don't know when you're getting them. So I'm figuring you're gonna, and then I have a lot of people that mix up whether it was Murphy or Wiley or where they heard the information from. So I am looking for, yeah, if you know what works, or you tried something with your business for communication that's worked for you, I would love to have that information, to know, because you're all getting so much information. So what's the best way to get it? Where you're gonna see it, what's most convenient for you, not flooding you with everything. Yeah, okay. And anything else? Those are great suggestions. I appreciate that.
QR code or a calendar of events would be a good idea too.
Okay. So we do,
QR code's easy to make.
yeah, we can probably do that, because right now there's like a link, I know there's a link to the events on the website and stuff, but maybe you put that on in the newsletter too?
Yeah, I'm
Or
always
something.
scrambling at these meetings. Oh, when is that ribbon? And I don't remember by the time.
Yeah, there's a link that goes to Chambermaster where you'd see the calendar for the month. And so the event, as long as it's in Chambermaster, you would just see it on the day. So that's the page I'm visualizing. That would be the easiest one.
What about a text message reminder? I think that's good.
That's something that I have to manually do that right now, and that's something I have to check with Chambermaster because you have to do an opt-in. So I checked on that, and I'm willing to check it again, but there's not a real easy way yet on that unless you guys join a group me.
Well, I know
And then you all
Bible
have to do
just
it.
did a text message one for their ambassadors, but I don't know what.
I do a
the
text
program
message
is.
for my ambassadors, but I create it in my phone personally, and then when someone gets out of it, I have to redo it. I can't just delete that person.
Yeah.
So I'm working through those challenges, but I did start doing text probably about 3 years ago.
I mean, I have GroupMe and Signal on my phone already.
Yeah.
And Telegram and Teams
I
and.
you know, I mean, it's just,
Julie, do you already have 24 calendars scheduled?
Other than the gala, no.
Okay.
So,
and don't forget to sign in.
sign in.
Okay, don't.
I don't think anybody knows.
Toothbrush. I just got it, right?
All right, you want to go ahead and draw?
I already
Do you
did.
have the others? Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay.
Dr. Gill got the little pottery piece. That was nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Okay, you take care.
So you draw.
I told this, everyone could hear me pull it. And your cards are all up here.
Trust
Everybody
me.
wants to get credit card.
I am getting all right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Julie. That was good and very informative.
So, painted, or is it just created?
I'm gonna be so
They make the product, they actually take the multiplier.
Oh, yeah, me too.
That sounds great, thanks,
So
Julie.
I'm wondering if,
So my husband and all his friends
people
went to
to
Fort
make
Carolina
it,
second. And they graduated in
what the cost
2004.
might be. Because my mother-in-law is art studio, we do fluid art, so they pour the acrylic on top of these pieces, and then we usually resin afterwards, rather than
He
curing.
worked at Bergen Art High School for 20
I'm wondering
years.
if maybe there
From
would be a
1991 to 2021. He used to be a long-term teacher in Northwest.
Part of the first
I honestly, I thought they said this, they're wanting people to come forward.
Where's coming
This
from?
is my husband's graduation here in Military.